Welcome back to another video. It's Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training, and in today's video, I'm going to give you some tips for how you can instantly start hitting more line drives. Let's just jump straight into it. So when it comes to hitting line drives, there's a couple things that you need to understand. First of all is really what you want to do, your main goal needs to be to arrive with your bat on plane with the pitch, get in the zone early, right? Get in the zone early and honestly stay through the zone, stay through the ball for as long as possible. Get your bat on plane with the pitch early, get in the zone early, and stay in the zone for a long period of time, right? Because that maximizes your chances of success. If we take the extremes, right, every single pitch has an angle, okay? Some angle more than others depending on the pitcher's height and things like that, but every single pitch has an angle. And we really give ourselves the best chance of success at squaring that pitch up if our bat plane, right, matches the angle of that pitch. Does that make sense, right? So obviously, I'm going in extremes here, but obviously it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for if we chop down on the ball. Again, I'm going extreme here. If we chop down like this, obviously my bat is cutting down like this while the ball is on this angle, and really my timing has to be perfect to even make contact with that ball, right? And vice versa, if we have some huge uppercut where we're swinging up like this, again, that's a huge extreme, but if our bat's like this and the ball's coming in like this, again, only one point of intersection. And so if we want to maximize our chances of success at the plate and hitting a line drive, then we really want to match the plane of the pitch the best that we can, get our bat on plane early with the pitch so our timing, we can afford to be a little bit late and we can really hit the ball on any point in this entire plane. So get your bat on plane early, get in the zone early, and stay in the zone a long time. That's the first thing you got to understand. Another thing you need to understand about line drives is spin, okay? So every single ball that you hit is going to have a spin on it. You can really have three different spin types. You can have a backspin, which is ideal, right? Because that's gonna basically, like, imagine a golf ball where it takes off like this, like a plane would. Backspin allows our baseball to carry more, okay? So that's ideal for line drives and for home runs. We want to avoid top spin, so the ball's spinning like this, spinning forward, spinning down, spinning top spin. And then the third type of spin is when you completely square up the ball, you hit it right in the center, and then it kind of dances all around and it does a knuckleball effect, okay? So ideally what we want to do is backspin. We want to create backspin, but a lot of players have this notion that backspin, the best way to create it is by, getting on top of the ball, and then if we get on top of the ball spins like this. Well, we just covered the angles thing a minute ago, and that's not what we want to do. We don't want to cut down on the ball like this when the ball is coming in at this angle. Ideally, we want to match the plane of the pitch, and we want to keep that match for as long as possible. So the real way that backspin is created, what you want to focus on off of the tee and soft toss, front toss, batting practice, and in a real game, is you want to focus on that backspin. How do we do that? Well, take a baseball, right? A baseball is just like a globe. It's just like the planet Earth. Okay, if this is a globe, it would obviously have an equator. So if we hit the top of that above the equator, it's going to be topspin. If we hit right at the equator, it's going to do that knuckleball motion. Ideally, we want to hit the inside part of the baseball. We want to hit slightly below the equator. Not way down here. If we hit way down here, right, then that ball is going to be a pop-up or a fly ball. What we want to do is just ever so slightly below the equator. Remember, our bat is matching the plane of the pitch, so it's ever so slightly moving upwards, and when we strike the ball like that, that's going to give us that backspin we're looking for and that carry. All right, and the last thing you need to understand before we get into two different drills that are going to help you hit more line drives is you need to hit the ball where it's pitched, and you need to use the entire field. So we have this entire field in front of us, and a lot of players only focus on one area. They're strictly pull hitters, or they try to take everything to the opposite field or every pitch up the middle. And I'm here to tell you that if you want to hit line drives, the best way to do that is by hitting the ball where the pitcher puts it. So if it's an inside pitch, if it's on the inner third part of the plate, what we want to do for a right-handed hitter, we want to pull that pitch to left field, left center, right? If it's in the middle of the plate, we want to hit that ball right back up the middle, right? We don't want to pull that ball because it's a middle pitch. We don't want to take it down the right field line because it's in the middle of the plate, right? And then in a away pitch, we definitely don't want to pull that pitch. We want to go with it. We want to hit the ball to the opposite field. But the reason why this affects your line drive output is, let's say I move this tee to the outer part of the plate here. All right, so that pitch is definitely on the outer part of the plate there, and I get into my stance here, And if I am strictly a pull guy and I'm a right-handed hitter and I'm trying to pull the ball to left field on an outside pitch, where what I should do is let the ball travel a little bit deeper and hit it to the opposite field. If I try to, I'm gonna, get around that baseball and I'm gonna pull it because I'm a pull hitter. If I do that, I'm gonna have an around the ball bat path. See how I'm not inside this baseball like this? I'm around the ball bat path. I'm gonna hit the top of the ball, and that's gonna produce what type of spin? That top spin we just talked about. That's gonna result in a rollover to the shortstop, not a line drive. So you gotta use the entire field. All right, so now we know a little bit more about line drives, how they're produced. Now I've got 2 drills for you that are gonna help really bring this home, reinforce your line drive swing, help you hit more line drives right now today, okay? Both of these drills don't even require a ball, they don't require a tee. You guys know that I'm all about bringing you drills that you can do, ideally in the comfort of your own home or your backyard, your garage. I want there to be no excuse for you guys to, not get better, okay? So 2 drills. The first one, this is talking about, again, getting our bat on plane with the pitch early, getting in the zone early as we can, and staying in the zone for as long as we can, okay? Now, typically younger hitters, what I see them do is they're typically fine with the first part. They're typically fine as long as they get into a halfway decent launch position. Typically they're fine getting their bat on plane with the pitch relatively early. The trouble that I see with a lot of hitters is immediately after making contact with the ball, they're really quick to pull off the ball. How many times do you see younger hitters do this motion here where they kind of pull off the ball instead of driving through the ball and getting to a good extension position? So that's what this first drill is going to teach us. I call it pizza palm progressions, because you guys know that I've taught the pizza in the oven technique before, and basically what that is as we get to the point of contact, what we want to focus on is continuing with our top hand here. For right-handed hitter, your right hand, want to focus on continuing gaining ground towards the pitcher with this hand. That's going to keep our bat on plane for a really long time until we can get to this good extension position. So I talk about acting like you have a pizza on your hand and you're going to throw it into the oven. So remember that, okay? Pizza in the oven, gain ground with your top hand, whatever you want to think about. But pizza palm progressions, the way this is going to work, it's sort of like a half swing, all right? So we're going to get positioned here. You can do this anywhere, comfort of your own home, in front of a mirror, okay? What we're going to do is, obviously, after we go into our load and our stride and our launch position, we're going to get to a position where our bat starts to get on plane with the pitch. So we're going to basically start here, all right? You want your bat, tucked in tight to your body. You don't want your elbows out here. You want to stay connected, okay? But we're going to basically start here with the baseball bat pretty much on our shoulder here. All right, so acting like we're in this position here, and then from there, all we're gonna do is this, okay? Boom. We're gonna focus on, obviously we wanna look good at contact, but we wanna focus on continuing to gain ground with that top hand and getting to that extension position, taking away, the load and the stride and the launch position and all that, and just focusing on contact and immediately after contact. So most hitters really struggle with, this part of the swing. And, if you pull up the ball that quickly, you're going to have more topspin, less line drive. So this is a great drill to work on that last phase of get through the ball, get extension. So again, boom, get here, boom. Start slow, and it's just like this. Make sure that you allow your back foot to turn. We don't want our back foot to stay like this, right? But boom, working on dropping that heel, boom, boom, boom. And the last drill I'll leave you with is this, mirror punches, all right? This is something that you should do in your bathroom in front of the mirror so you can make sure that you're doing a good job, doing it the right way. But again, if we go through our swing in slow motion, this is another drill we're working on, after the point of contact, continuing to gain ground and get extended, drive through the ball. We're gonna hit more line drives because of it. So I just talked about how at the point of contact, you wanna focus on with your top hand, continuing to gain ground towards the pitcher. Well, this motion here is similar to what we're about to do, okay? We're basically gonna, at the point of contact, I should look like this with my top hand, elbow tucked in to my side like this for a middle pitch, okay? We're gonna get rid of the bat. Okay, so we don't need the bat anymore. We're going to get rid of the bat. We're going to focus on with our top hand, our right hand for a right-handed hitter, just focusing on boom, 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 continuing to gain ground, punching. This is not something you do slow. This is not a slow drill. This is exploding, boom, with that top hand, then you can eventually, you know, pick up your baseball bat. You probably don't want to do this in front of the mirror. Your parents might get a little upset with you, but boom, it's the same thing. Drive through, get through the ball, and point the end of the bat towards your target. So a middle pitch, point the end of the bat in the middle of the field. An inside pitch, boom, point the bat to left center. An away pitch, let the ball travel, hit it back here, point the ball, point the bat where you're going to hit the ball. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and before you go, I want you to grab my free Bat Speed Boosters workout. This is a workout that you can start going through right now, and in the next few days see a dramatic improvement in both your bat speed and your power, which is what it's all about as a hitter. So this free Bat Speed Boosters workout, 100% free, no strings attached. All you have to do is click on the link in the first comment. I'll pin that link for you so it's easy to find. Just go to that page and you'll find out all the details there. Go ahead and do that right now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.